So Matt is a really popular dancer. I used to follow his tutorials in college in my dorm room, and then we became partners on a dance
Which
competition.
that story is still crazy to me.
The dance competition or
Yeah,
the
the dance
which
competition,
part of it?
well, you were doing choreography. Somehow you came across my
Uh-huh.
tutorials. You were
Yeah.
out here choreographing your own competitions, winning college medals or whatever. What do they give
Totally.
you in college?
Just an award. It was
Just
for
pride.
charity. It was for
All
charity.
right,
I
cool.
stole your choreography for
I
charity.
appreciate that.
I just read a comment um, of people discussing my mental health in the comments because it's everyone's favorite thing to fucking do. Everyone's a fucking psychologist on YouTube comments. But there was somebody who said that they're fighting over whether or not I'm having a manic episode, which I've also had that argument with myself. So they said this isn't a manic episode. I'm just not sleeping as a response to my vlog. I'm so happy I live with like a man and cats because every fucking noise, I swear to God, if I was alone right now, I'd be like, that's why I believed in ghosts for so fucking long. I was living alone. So they're discussing if I'm having a manic episode. I said not sleeping is insomnia, not mania. Mania is very obnoxious and scary. Hypomania is a less obvious and normal for people to experience to some extent. And then they said, I have bipolar disorder and really I'm interested in how she'll be doing in a couple of months or later this year because I do recognize some type of cycling. I remember earlier in 2020 she was doing not good. I think it's possible she could be hypomanic. And here, I want to talk about it. Oh my God, I've been having a lot of trouble swallowing lately because I've been talking so fucking much. I've actually talked before, like I told therapists like, dude, I'm here because I'm bipolar, help me. And they're like, you're not. So I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense to me because I clearly am. But I guess I'm not. So then I've looked into hypomania before, and I think it was cyclomania, I think was another one. That's the one I remember, like, no? Cyclomania. Cyclothemia. Oh, I was probably in my head mixing up cyclothemia, thymia, and hypomania, and in my head it was cyclomania. That makes sense. Okay, so hypomania is a mood state characterized by persistent disinhibition and mood elevation or euphoria, with behavior that is noticeably different from the person's typical behavior when in a non-depressed state. I'm just like always in a depressed state though. Except now when I'm like, to me this is mania. Like that's why I would go to doctors and be like, dude, like I'm literally so depressed that I want to die for months. And then I write a book, release an album, post 10 YouTube videos a week. Like I do all this shit in like 4 months and then I'm like depressed for the rest of the year. Like I just never understood like how that wasn't characterized as something. And like I've been with one therapist. I was with him for like 2 or 3 years. Let me, how long realistically? 2, closer to 2 than 3. Yeah, and he like saw the cycle. Like I told him when I went in there, I was like, these months to me, these months are always crazy. These months are always great. And like, it's a cycle. And like, I'm either euphoric or I'm suicidal. And there's no in between. And I'm bipolar. And like him and another therapist were like, you're just really not. I'm sorry. But this, I believe this because this is like, it's, yeah. So it may involve irritability, not necessarily less severe than full mania. In fact, the presence of marked irritability is a documented feature of hypomaniac and mixed episodes in bipolar type 2. According to DSM-5 criteria, hypomania is distinct from mania in that there is no significant functional impairment. Mania does not include, mania by DSM-5 definition does not include significant functional impairment and may have psychotic features. Now, we could argue, like, if you think that, like, my ideas of aliens are psychotic, but I don't think they are, because, like, I didn't get probed, but, like, for sure they exist. You know what I mean? Characteristic behaviors of persons, I'm afraid of getting probed now, experiencing hypomania are a notable decrease in the need for sleep. Dude, it's 2 a.m. right now and I'm waking up at 6:30. An overall increase in energy, unusual behaviors and actions, and a markedly distinctive increase in talkativeness and confidence, commonly exhibited with a flight of creative ideas. Bro, in December, I was like, I'm making a mini episode of my life every day. I'm painting pictures. I'm throwing away my album and starting over. I'm starting a new podcast. Like, what else did I fucking do in December? I completely redecorated my balcony and put turf down. I completely redecorated the podcast studio. I made a fucking TikTok for the first time. What else have I done in December that I'm just like, who the fuck am I? I decided I wanted to start planning what my future company is going to be, like, and what products and, like, the clothing and, like, oh my God, it's gonna be so sick. And, like, yeah. And then I'll just be like, for, like, the other 8 months of the year, like, what? I have a book deadline? What? That's why I wrote most of Dandelion before I had a book deadline, and why it took 2.5 years to sign a contract. Because I was like, bro, like, no, I gotta be finished first, because, like, I can't be forced to work. And that's why I'm an artist. God, that's literally all an artist is. I cannot be forced to work. Oh my God, what a privileged piece of shit. Okay. Other symptoms related to this include feelings of distractibility. While hypomanic behavior often generates productivity and excitement, it can become troublesome if the subject engages in riskier, otherwise inadvisable behaviors and/or symptoms manifest themselves in trouble with everyday life events. When manic episodes are separated into stages of progression according to symptomatic severity and associated features, too many words, hypomania constitutes the first stage of the syndrome. This is too many words. Wherein the cardinal features, euphoria or heightened irritability, pressure of speech and activity, increased energy, decreased need for sleep, and flight of ideas are plainly evident. So, like, here's the thing. Hypomania isn't a feature of bipolar 2 disorder and cyclothymia. Okay, so hypomania... Now I remember what my original theory was back when I was trying to diagnose myself in college. And this actually, my therapist did tell me that, like, he's like, you're not bipolar, but, like, maybe this kind of vibe. But he couldn't say it confidently, but I'm also like, dude, I'm not the same person in therapy as I am right now. And I think that's why I enjoy this so much. 'Cause, like, it's really the only time I was like, who am I authentically? Because, like, my social anxiety is so fucking bad, dude. Like, in therapy, I'd literally, like, be worried about making my therapist uncomfortable the whole fucking time. And be worried that he was, like, judging me. Or, like, that I was making him uncomfortable. Or that he thought I was weird. So I, like, never fully opened up to him. Because I think that there's probably also something there where I, like, am afraid of being diagnosed with something that I don't want to be diagnosed with. So I probably, like, had a lot of walls up where, like, maybe I'd keep a thought to myself, or, like, justify a thought, or not be 100% truthful with not just my therapist, but with myself. Like, I just, yeah, I think it scared me so much. It was, like, my biggest fear to, like, genetically just it's in me, and it's so fucking scary. So I think I was always really careful about that, and I think that I was probably like manifesting a lot of negative and harmful behaviors just because I was thinking about it all the time. And like in thinking about something all the time, like sometimes you do it. That's why, dude, I'm so afraid of why am I so afraid that I'm gonna stick my hand in the fucking garbage disposal? That's so weird how much I think about that. Like I'm literally have always been afraid of garbage disposals because like in my head, of course, it's gonna rip my hand to shreds. I don't know why I feel that way. I feel so passionately about that. When I start it, I have to like make it a really conscious effort to be like, okay, brain, body, sync up, don't fuck up. I'm gonna press the garbage disposal. You're gonna hear it. It's gonna, and you don't go anywhere near the sink. Keep your hands up. And then when you press the button again, it's safe. So then I press the button in my head. I'm like, don't put your hand in the garbage disposal. Don't put your hand in the garbage disposal. Don't put your hand in the no, I'm not gonna do it. And then I turn it off. It's the same as like, God, I hope I don't just like jump off the balcony. That's why I'm so afraid to get like close to like, dude, I don't like heights. I don't like cliffs. I don't even really enjoy being on my balcony, I don't think, as much as like I really want to because it's such a cozy dreamland. It's less scary now that it's grass, that I covered it with the, oh my God, I haven't shown you guys my balcony. But yeah, like I'm afraid of heights because I'm like, oh, I could see myself doing something stupid. Not even so much like jumping, but like just being stupid and like falling. Being clumsy, I trip a lot. Like I'm super clumsy. Like that scares me. I hate driving, bro, I fucking hate driving so much. There's not a ton of activities that like I'll go further to avoid than, yeah, I hate driving because I always think I'm gonna hit somebody. Like, even if my eyes are on the road, I'm like, I feel like a woman pushing a stroller is gonna appear. I'm gonna fucking hit them. Or like, I'm looking at the light and I know it's red and I know to stop, but for some reason I'm gonna gun it. Or like, it's like I don't like trust my own body. Like my body is gonna like betray me and do something fucking insane. What is that about? I gotta figure that shit out. Okay, so let's see, cyclothymia. Thymia? Honestly, they gave me the pronunciation and it actually doesn't look any easier to pronounce. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Also called cyclothymic disorder, is a rare mood disorder. Oh my God, rare! I love it. I want it now. With cyclothymia, you experience, no guys, I'm not glamorizing mental illness. I'm making a joke because I'm actually trying to figure myself out. And sometimes I use humor to deflect. Can we all just calm the fuck down about the joke? I'm not, okay. With cyclothymia, you experience periods when your mood noticeably shifts up and down from your baseline. What's my baseline though? You know what I mean? You may feel on top of the world for a time, followed by a low period when you feel down. Between these cyclothymic highs and lows, you may feel stable and fine. That's never happened. Although the highs and lows of cyclothymia are less extreme than those of bipolar disorder, it's critical to seek help managing the symptoms because they can interfere with your ability to function and increase your risk of bipolar 1 or 2 disorder. You know what's the tea? I think that the reason that people, like therapists, don't think that I have like bipolar or cyclothymia, themia, THIE, whatever, because I'm like successful, you know what I mean? And they look at me and they're like, okay, you're young and you're doing well and you're stressed and you're productive because you're like a creative person and like it's not a problem because it's not like affecting your life. You're still successful. But I feel like I didn't really do a good job at accurately representing how much it affected the rest of my life outside of my career. So even though like I was doing well on the outside, like I wasn't in a lot of other aspects of my life that I think if it was more obvious to them, then I think that they would probably come up with that type of diagnosis. Cause like, for a long time, like everything felt like, for like 4 years straight, like everything just felt like it was like crashing around me. Like it was impending doom at all times. And I was just like, I was so anxious all the time that it was just like, it's tough to be around. There's a lot of fucking energy. So like the anxiety, like the emotional breakdowns, like all that shit, the not sleeping and getting obsessed about my food and diet, and like all of those other things in my life that were like completely spinning out of control. Like I don't think I ever really talked about in therapy like what I was actually doing with like food and diet and shit like that. I don't even think I ever deeply explored it with myself until recently. So anyways, this feels like a moody person, like what I'm reading. I mean, it says it's a relatively mild mood disorder. Yeah, honestly, like, I could see this being, like, accurate. Like, if a doctor told me I had that, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Who fucking cares? Like, I feel good right now. I think the important thing is, no, I think this is definitely the thing that I've always been missing. This is why I'm not bipolar. And feel this part, I will welcome anybody with actual information to like share it in the comments. I don't think I'm bipolar because I don't really put myself in danger. Like I don't like spend recklessly. I don't have like, you know, unsafe sex. I'm not like doing like crazy. I mean, I smoke weed, but like I'm not like doing drugs all the time or like rolling or doing coke. Like I'm not a very impulsive or reckless person, and I am actually pretty good at maintaining relationships. So like in the grand scheme of things, like life isn't destructive. I just had a panic disorder and was panicking all the time for no fucking reason. See, this is what we're figuring out tonight. Honestly, I feel good about tonight. I feel like I'm getting somewhere again. Oh, it all goes back to the fucking aliens though. I wrote a love song for the aliens. Get ready for that. Oh my god, I love that song. Is this exported yet? I forgot that's what I was doing. Fuck, no, it's not. I am actually really tired, but I want to get this at least like uploading to the drive before I go to bed so that the podcast is up whenever my producer is up. My producer's so cool. You'll get to know him on the show more. He's that voice off camera who's like laughing or talking about like Chipotle. He's cool. I just remembered what I got the camera to tell you about in the first place. I had this really, really cute moment today. Wait, I had to fix my hair. I had this really, really cute moment today with Freddie, and I want to tell it so that I never forget it because it'll always exist for me to come back and watch. My cat is like a for real emotional support pet. Like Freddie and I have a for real spiritual connection. It's kind of fucking nuts. I'm pretty sure we like like spiritually bonded when he was a kitten, because okay, I got the kittens when I was on that 6-week break, right? And I had nothing to do all day, literally, except for play with those fucking kittens. Like I didn't have work, I didn't have social media, I wasn't talking to anybody, like I wasn't watching any type of media. I was just spending time with those cats for 6 weeks, and they kept me fucking sane. And they forced me to like really just focus my time, love, and energy into something other than me and my career or my, you know what I mean? Like they needed me to survive. So they were both feral. They were hissing. I did a video about it on my channel that I'll link below. They were both hissing and like scared, and they wouldn't eat and they wouldn't play. And then one time Freddie and I made eye contact, and he just held my eye contact for like, it felt like forever, dude. Like for sure, full minutes, like at least 4. Just me and the cat looking each other in the eye like this. And like Freddie shows his emotion in his face. I can tell when he's scared. I can tell when he's tired. I can tell when he's like feeling in love. Like I can see his emotions on his face and in his eyes. So like when he looked at me, he was like scared. I saw the fear in his face as a little kitten, but he just held my eye contact and I just stared at him as long as he wanted to stare at me. And as we held that eye contact and that scared facial expression slowly melted into, oh my God, just like the sweetest little face. Like I watched him transform from a feral little kitten into my little kitten who like loves me and wants to cuddle with me. And then that day, that was when he just started like climbing all over me and cuddling with me. It was just like this insane exchange of trust. And I really believe that animals are operating on a different level of consciousness because they're so primal and instinctual. But, oh my God, do you hear them fighting right now? Oh, so today I got home from work and I got home from the studio. What the fuck is wrong with me? Today I guess it felt like work. I don't know. Oh, that leads me to the point of this. Okay, so I just had really bad anxiety for the past couple days. Like just some dumb shit happened that made me very emotional and it just rocked. I was like off center for a minute. So I've just been having like really bad anxiety for a couple days and then just like had like kind of an unproductive work day and then just like I was just feeling a lot of anxiety. Like I had a lot of work to do. Like this video is still not exported. I knew I had to wake up early because I committed to training. I have to work out every morning. I have to fucking wake up and do it for myself. Like I need to do that. And like, yes, it is a lot to handle right now. And it's like a lot of time and commitment that like is kind of overwhelming to think of. Bro, I tried to wipe my mirror. Like I was washing my mirrors and my fucking shoulder started burning. And that was when I was just like, you gotta fucking work out. Like no more excuses. Yeah, shit sucks. It's a little annoying, but like you have to just do it. Like fucking do it. So I woke up this morning early and I worked out and I know I have to wake up tomorrow early and it's so late and like this video's not exported. See, I don't think I'm up. I'm up because I'm busy. Like I want to be asleep. I can't fucking sleep though. Oh my God, sleep has been really hard. Anyways, so I'm having a bad couple days. I'm anxious and like really tense and Freddie comes up to me and he starts pulling at my bracelet like very aggressively. They're chasing each other right now. Freddie started pulling at my bracelet like this and like really loud purring, like bitch, it was crazy. And I was like, I literally went, okay, damn, like what the fuck was that about? And he was like nudging up against me and pulling my bracelet and I was like, okay. And I was just like petting him. And then I was working and I was like really hyper focused on like editing the podcast. It's late, I'm whatever. And I looked down and Fred had his head like, he wasn't just laying his head on my lap. He had his arm wrapped around my knee and he was very like purposefully petting me back. And he's pet me back before, but it's never been this intentional where his hand like over and over, like very gently caressing his paw on my knee. And like, I looked at him and he looked at me and he gave me his in love eyes. And then he put his head down and he kept petting me. And I was like, what's going on? Because like he used to do that all the time. Like he used to purr really aggressively. And I've actually noticed lately that he doesn't purr as aggressively, even when like we're having cuddle time and stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe it was a kitten thing. Maybe he grew out of it. But tonight he was just purring so aggressively. And I realized he was purring to soothe my anxiety. And like that's something he was always doing to soothe me. So as I stopped needing that soothing, he stopped doing it. And today I was like very tightly wound and anxious and upset, and he came over and like is literally hugging me, like head on my lap, paw around my knee. And then, oh my God, the sweetest little boy. So then I picked him up and I was like, oh my God, I love this cat so much. And I was rubbing his little face and he gave me his in love eyes. And I feel like I haven't seen his in love eyes for a minute because he's a little teenage boy and he's such a dick. But then he was just like, he was making that very direct eye contact from like, it's just weird. Like, he knows he's talking to me and I know exactly what he's saying. And like, radio, I don't do that. Her and I don't have the same connection. Like, she's awesome and I love her and she is the best to pet because she is so fucking soft and fluffy. And like, she's just, oh my God, she's such a little funny lump. Like, she just walks on the carpet and like flops around and like meows until you pet her. Like, it is the sweetest, cutest thing in the entire world. But I just like, she lives in like a very like limited world. Whereas like, I feel like Freddie and I just have the same brain of like, I don't know. There's just something different. There's something about me and there's something different about Fred that made us connect. And I really think that Fred is my Pokemon. And I think that's fucking awesome. And if you've never thought about your pet as a Pokemon, I just changed your world view for you. Pokemon are real. There are fucking house cats. That's crazy. The only thing my Pokemon doesn't do is fight other Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, and that's okay. I don't need my fucking animals battling each other. But that's so cool. Like, my little buddy who was like, yo, my fucking friend is upset. But the other thing that I really liked about it was that it made me realize like how happy I've been. Because like he does that when I'm anxious, and he did it a lot because I was anxious a lot, and then I stopped being anxious and he stopped doing it, and then I was anxious and he did it, and then I was like, wow, like, I've been good. Oh, I wish this fucking video would export though, but I've been good.